Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you for being with us today. If you hear me speaking to you, please drop a line in the chat. Can you please drop a line if you can hear me well? Oh, sounds good. Thank you very much. Perfect. I hope you and your beloved one are healthy and safe, and I suppose this webinar will help your company to do business effectively this challenging time. My name is Dmitro. I'm a VP Consulting for Integris. And everything we do in Integris, we do with belief in challenging the status quo in CRM solutions implementations. We are joining industry's best practices with you in our experience, matching the CRM tools capabilities with given IT landscapes to find and implement actionable CRM innovations. A single source of truth about customers is one of such innovations. Having been implemented, it provides benefits from the CRM processes have got aligned and gives better user adoption. Just have a look at these numbers. Last summer, 80% of Forrester survey respondents called a single source of truth about the customer as the significant or indispensable factor to ensure the seamless customer experience. And 43% defined it as a top challenge having complex IT landscape in place. Has it get changed this year, actually? The pandemic has just escalated the importance of having a single source of truth about customers in the CRM, because while self-isolated, we are unable to receive important CRM information from our colleagues over a cup of coffee or lunch, having lunch, or by bumping into them in the corridor, or simply overhearing some talks in the open space, right? Let's have a look what information sources we use and where actually the issue is. The modern companies employ dozens of applications. Data on customer behavior and customer experience is accumulated in numerous information systems. So to create a single source of truth, which is really of value, we have to provide user-friendly access to the information and collect information from the data, various in structure and various in content. So the case is not just about events that are usually originated inside the CRM, like a phone number was changed via CRM interface or a case has got closed status, but also about the events acquired from other information systems and are related even not to the customer directly, to the contact, to the order, request, invoice, product, just a few examples. Payments delays or the invoice overdue. The service parameters adjustments have been made by the customers themselves via the self-service portal, or the application usage statistics, or the fact that the service is consumed by the customer a second ago. Deliveries were postponed, daytime of delivery was shifted, and so on. Data amounts are overwhelming and generates a huge information flow so that the CRM system users inevitably face challenges. The most and foremost is how to be aware of all the essentials at the right time and without catching up with the teammates, and at the same time not to get snowed under the flow of information and one-time notifications, because the emails and other types of notifications are of use if we are interested to react immediately. After a while, we may just forget about them. The other challenge has been always significant, but it went critical for the last 2 months. How to discuss the observed essential events in remote and not expecting for the immediate response, I'd say asynchronously. Slack and other similar collaboration tools provide that, but they store a history without relating it to the CRM data. We need the ability to save the discussion history in the CRM system even not for ourselves, but those teammates who are out of the picture and who may need access to details in the future. And the same benefits we would expect for us. Whenever we face important information in the CRM system, we may just not be aware of the discussion's history outside of it. When it comes to finding solutions, an IT team faces its own challenges to provide the necessary support for the business. Following a generic approach, the IT team would set up means for collecting data. The data that is differs in content and in structure and appear in different digital channels. Then they would have to use means to automate reactions on the data acquired, taking into account its content. To estimate how hard the challenge is, just consider the number of channels and systems the company employs. Then remember how many of those systems are legacy, objectively preventing to apply modern technologies. However, the biggest challenge for the IT team is even not the design and set up solution once, but the necessity to keep up with the speed of changes in business requirements, having the tight IT budgets and limited resources. We developed an approach that helps to overcome both users and ITT challenges quickly and cost-effectively. The main idea is very simple: to collect and automatically represent in the right place the informative and easy to interpret insights that are based on data from both CRM itself and any external system. The Events Management Suite helps to implement this approach for Sugar CRM and turns raw data from any application into insights that are tailored, useful, easy to read, and time-saving. Is it something someone raised the hand? Let me check. Sounds good. Okay, it looks everything seems fine. So as a user, with this solution, you can easily be fed with the insights over time and focus not only on the recent essentials, but experience how the situation have been changing. As a manager and teammate guide, you can highlight the essence of changes to save time for the user and make their work more comfortable and efficient. Having all essential events as useful insight in no-touch Sugar CRM viewing significantly improve your dashboard experience. When set up for the list view panes, the events feeds turn list view filters to a kind of discovering tool so that a user fills out a filter with a search text and receive insights related to the portfolio of records. That is user experience. For the IT, the no-code tools from the Sugar CRM ecosystem helps to overcome their IT challenges. Sugar Integrate, an exceptional cloud service with more than 200 pre-built API connectors to configure trigger-based and periodical data exchange between Sugar and an external system. And Logic Builder, the cloud service from Sugar Exchange to configure custom data exchange and data processing algorithm inside Sugar. Sugar admin may use any of these tools to collect raw data from external systems and use Logic Builder to compose data into business events that CRM users would value. Even in case some of your external systems don't provide API, but is able to send email or export data to a file, it is sufficient to get desired integration. Sugar admin can use Logic Builder to turn email or file data into the business event. The sweetest thing is that All of these can be done with no programming, and having less programming means less IT burden. Now let me show how the implementation looks in Sugar. This is the dashboard, the single source of truth about customers in CRM. On the left side, there is a funnel. On the right side, there is a forecast. The funnel shows me the current status of the sales. But this data, this funnel is based on the opportunities, if the opportunities are managed via the CRM. So whenever the opportunities change, this funnel changed as well. However, that is a static picture that shows me the current status. So if I would like to understand what are the changes have been made to the opportunities portfolio, I have to dig into details inside Sugar to find out this information. Instead of that, you can use the funnel insights feed that shows those events that take effect on the funnel. So having this perspective, you can overview what are the changes have been made to the portfolio of opportunities and why are you experiencing now the funnel of this current state. So for example, some opportunities was shifted to another quarter. That means it no more in the forecast, or some were excluded for forecast. All the statuses of the opportunities have been changed, and those are changes that make effect on the picture of the funnel that is on your dashboard. But actually, the information about changes in the opportunity is originated inside CRM if you manage opportunities inside CRM. But what about the information which is related directly or indirectly to the customers, but not represented, not originated inside the CRM? So with the feed or recent insights, you can overview the events that are actually were not originated inside the CRM, but comes from the external systems. It could be, for example, the website page visited or the score calculated in the scoring system. Or it could be even the data that comes from the service desk, but it is enriched with the information regarding the contract that is managed via the CRM, so that to get to the conclusion that despite of the case was closed according to a service desk data, it was closed with SLA broken. So the idea of managing this information helps to get the full picture about the customer experience, regardless of originating of the data. So this is the feed. On the right side, there is the presentation of the structure of this information that shows me what are the external events happened for the last 7 days. That is the report, that is the details. So that helps me to get the full picture about what happens with the customers, regardless of information where the data is originated in. And on the left side, there is the need to do feed that shows me what I have to do, I or my teammates have to do regarding the customers. So having this information on the same page, we're able to review the essential events from CRM and other systems, service desk, marketing automation, ERP, e-commerce, accounting, and manage our future activities. So I can overview my future activities from here, and with hovering my mouse, I can just overview the details of the particular records. For example, this lead Evelyn Lane, and just have a look what is the interest of this lead. And directly from here, to initiate the activities, for example, to log a call and to enter it directly from here, or just after the call to postpone this lead to the next month for some reasons. Okay, so that is postponed to the next month. And after that, after reviewing that, I'm in position to I'm in position to collaborate directly to my teammates if I need something to clarify regarding the key event. So I can make it directly from here using this chat. So it helps me to save all the significant history regarding the collaboration in the context of the company itself and also in the context of the event, so that my teammates could overview, first to collaborate with me, then overview this important information inside the CRM interface. All the collaboration history is represented on the collaboration dashboard that helps to manage this collaboration effectively from the dashboard. While also I'm in position to specify a number of custom dashlets focusing on the particular types of events. For example, service and delivery events that affect customer experience. So I'm just selecting them in the filter. I'm selecting them in the filter and get the list of these events only. On the right side, there is also the report that shows me the structure of service delivery events for the last 7 days. And you can see that it's up to you to decide what type of reports to get, whether to have a structure of the particular events or to get them on the timeline to understand what are the events happened from the time perspective. So I'm in position also to have a look at the details by clicking on the report and reviewing those events directly from here. When it comes to, that is my dashboard. This helps me to understand what happens with my customers, VIP customers, or just focus on particular events, and to make it directly from the dashboard. When it comes to the particular record, for example, the particular account, this account, okay? Let's click on that and navigate to the account. When I overview the account, or overview the characteristic of these accounts, but what is the most important? On the right side, there is the pane that shows me what should be done regarding this account and what are the insights that happened regarding what is the essential events happened regarding this account, regardless of the fact where these events have been originated in. Whether those are changes in the opportunity rolled back, and that information comes from the CRM because the opportunities are managed by the CRM. But it also could be information from external resources. And all these events are reside on the timeline so that I can overview them in a timely manner. In addition to that, I'm in position to set up my own dashlet that would help me to focus on the particular events. For example, I'm interested in 2 types of events that I feel that that is recent customer experience, and in order to be in position to overview them directly in the context of the account, and also to collaborate the teammates directly from here. That is how it works. So that helps me to get the full overview regarding the account characteristics and also what should be done regarding the accounts and what had happened with the account information related to account, and have it in one place inside CRM, like a single source of truth regarding the account. When it comes to working not with a particular account, but with a list of accounts, so I'm switching to the list of accounts. The same approach works as well. I can overview what should be done regarding the portfolio of these accounts and what are the key events, essential events that are related to the portfolio. So whenever I use the filter, create the new filter, filter record, then of type, the panel on the right side refreshes automatically, showing me the future events, what should be done, and also insights that comes from different systems in the context of the selected portfolio. If I switch to my accounts, for example, you can see that list refreshes, focusing me on what should be done regarding my accounts and what are the recent events that happened regarding my accounts, regardless of the system of origination, because I have these events here. All these things, the sweetest thing is that all of these things are configurable, because if you can go to, I will show you. So all these events are actually timeline events. That's a module inside the CRM. And you can create your own ones here, as well as the future events, which are need to do event types. You can define your events to control also directly inside the CRM, and also configure the how they will look like. Okay. So with the templates, you set up the representation of these events. So the user to follow up if it's about the product of roof audit, so the roof audit. So that is how the event is represented. If I get back to my dashboard, okay, that is user to follow up and roof audit. So these things are configurable. And as a matter of fact, in addition to the events that are actually configurable, you also can see that some events, they are actually could appear inside the CRM via API. For example, if the scoring system can provide it with the API. But in the case if your system doesn't provide API, there is a capability to make integration via the email, for example. So this website page visitors is actually generated from the email, with the email of the particular structure. So the website sends this email into the CRM. You can see the link, the name, last name, first name of the object. So that is Evelyn Lane, our lead, the email and the date. So when Sugar received the email, this is how the email looks like. Okay, that is email. It is archived automatically to the CRM, and from this email is parsed by the configuration tool, which is called Logic Builder. I'll show you how it looks like. This is the logic. So whenever the email is saved into Sugar, it is checked whether the subject of the email is website page visited, and based on that, the following characteristics are searched within the email body to parse email body using the separator. And after that, it is described the insights for the user, just in order to represent it in user-friendly manner. And after that, it is collected on the timeline by creating the new timeline record and populating it with the information and save it. That's all. So for such an integrations with no API, sending email or saving the file that could be parsed with the configuration is possible in order to get that information from the external system with no API legacy system and put it inside the CRM just to create the single source of truth for those users who just value the CRM. For the typical systems, For the typical systems, we suggest to use Sugar Integrate, which is actually based on cloud elements, and it provides about 200 connectors to the different systems. And based on the information that comes from these systems also, it is capable to create the essential events inside the CRM. Okay, let's get back to the presentation. As you may see, the event-based approach and the Sugar CRM ecosystem provides everything you need to build a single source of truth about customers for a complex IT landscape and achieve the high user adoption with low IT efforts. You can use demonstrated approach and suggested tools to build solution on any Sugar stacks. Sugar Cell for CRM deployed in Sugar Cloud, Sugar Enterprise or Sugar Professional to get solution on premise. And if you evaluate improvements to your CRM system to get a single source of truth, or consider building it from the scratch, you may rely on our team. Now, I would be happy to answer your questions. Please, if you have questions, drop them into the questions bar or into the chat. Are there any? Please send your questions. Not questions so far. Okay, I hope that is, I hope you like the presentation. And if no questions so far, thank you very much for being with us today. I hope this webinar will help your company to do business effectively in this challenging time. I wish you goodbye and good luck and good health to you and your beloved ones. Thank you very much.